I'm not what you call an outdoorsy guy, but I've always liked taking walks to clear my head, especially after a long day. Nothing intense, just a stroll around my area, maybe listen to some music or a podcast. I live in a pretty quiet suburb. Think cul-de-sacs, manicured lawns, and a lot of neighborhood watch signs that nobody really pays attention to. It's the kind of place where you know your neighbors well enough to wave, but not well enough to invite them over. My buddy Sam sometimes joins me on these walks. He's more athletic than I am, plays pickup basketball, and brags about a vertical jump. But he's cool with slowing down to my pace. We usually stick to the main loop around the neighborhood, which is lined with streetlights and feels safe enough, even at night. That is, until about a month ago when something weird happened, and now I'm not so sure I'll be walking after dark anytime soon. The way my neighborhood's set up, there's this main loop that all the little side streets feed into. At one end, it connects to a bigger road that leads out towards some undeveloped land, mostly woods and overgrown fields. Sam and I don't usually go that far, but one night we were feeling restless. It was late, maybe 10 p.m., and we both had a rough week. Me with work, him with some family drama. "Let's stretch it out," he said, nodding toward the bigger road. "See what's out there." I wasn't thrilled about it, but I didn't want to look like a wimp, so I agreed. We figured we'd walk to the edge of the woods, turn around, and head back. Simple enough, right? We started off like usual, joking about dumb stuff from high school, our shoes crunching on the pavement. The streetlights faded behind us as we hit the bigger road, and it got darker fast. The only light came from the moon and the occasional flicker of my phone screen when I checked the time. It was quiet out there. No cars, no dogs barking, just the sound of our voices and the rustle of leaves in the breeze. About half a mile in, we reached the tree line where the road starts to narrow and the woods take over. That's when I noticed it. A faint tapping sound, like someone knocking on wood. It was coming from somewhere off to our left, deep in the trees. I stopped mid-sentence and looked at Sam. "You hear that?" I asked. He nodded, squinting into the darkness. "Probably just a woodpecker or something," he said, but he didn't sound convinced. We kept walking, a little faster now, trying to shrug it off. The tapping stopped after a minute, and I almost convinced myself it was nothing. Just my imagination running wild. But then it started again, louder this time and closer. It wasn't random anymore. It had a rhythm, like someone was tapping out a message. Tap, tap, pause, tap, tap, tap. Sam grabbed my arm and pointed ahead. "Look," he whispered. Up the road, maybe 50 yards away, there was a shape standing right where the pavement met the dirt. It was too dark to make out details. Just a silhouette, tall and thin, motionless. My stomach dropped. "Probably just a signpost or something," I said, but my voice cracked and Sam didn't buy it. "That's no signpost, dude. It's moving." He was right. The shape shifted, tilting its head like it was watching us. Then it took a step forward, not fast, but deliberate. My heart started hammering, and I could feel the sweat prickling on my neck even though it was a cool night. "Let's turn back," I said, already pivoting. Sam didn't argue. We started walking briskly, keeping an eye over our shoulders. The tapping picked up again, faster now. And when I glanced back, the figure was closer, maybe 30 yards away. It wasn't running, just walking, but somehow it was gaining on us. "Run?" Sam asked, his voice tight. "Yeah," I said, and we bolted. We sprinted back toward the neighborhood, the tapping echoing behind us like it was keeping time with our footsteps. My lungs were burning, and Sam was a few paces ahead, cursing under his breath. When we finally hit the main loop and the streetlights came into view, I risked another look back. The figure was gone. No tapping, no nothing, just the empty road stretching into the dark. We slowed to jog, then a walk, panting and wide-eyed. What the hell was that? Sam asked, bending over with his hands on his knees. I didn't have an answer. My legs felt like jelly, and my mind was racing. We made it back to my place, locked the door, and sat there in silence for a while, just listening to our own breathing. The next day, I tried to laugh it off. Maybe it was a prank or some weirdo out for a late-night stroll. Sam wasn't so sure. That tapping, man, he kept saying, it wasn't normal. I didn't argue. We haven't walked that route since, sticking to the well-lit parts of the neighborhood instead. But here's the thing that keeps me up at night. A couple days ago, I was taking out the trash after dark, and I heard it again. Tap, tap, pause. Tap, tap, tap. It was faint, coming from the direction of that road. I didn't stick around to find out what it was. I'm not sure I want to know. If you're the type who likes late-night walks, do yourself a favor. Stay where the lights are, and maybe bring someone with you. I thought I knew my neighborhood, but now I'm not so sure what's out there.